So we've talked about the traditional graphic design route, how to get promoted as a salaried graphic designer as part of an ad agency or a larger organization or a nonprofit. But I want to talk about the other way to make money as a graphic designer, and this is the one that has a lot of endless possibilities. And that is growing your income as a freelance graphic designer. And there are two big things that contribute to income growth as a freelancer, and getting your hourly or per project rates up is paramount. So how do we do this? So number one, you can gain years and years of experience and social proof. Time and good reviews can help you slowly inch up your prices beyond in-house or salaried levels. And this takes, once again, years of effort and experience. And number two, you can expand beyond the basics. So go beyond just simple design projects and expand into brand design and marketing strategy. Just one example, but we'll talk about other different avenues you can go down to expand beyond just the traditional graphic design offerings. So one of the things I love to do is to go to Upwork.com and research graphic designers and how much they're charging, how much some of the top reviewed people are charging, and what are they offering? What are the ones that are really successful and able to offer $50 or $60 or $70 or even $100 per hour? What services are they offering that's different than what I know? And how can I get to know those services? So a lot of times you might see brand design offered with some of the ones that are charging $75 or higher per hour. So let's just quickly go to Upwork so I can show you how it's done. So I'm on Upwork.com and I'm going to be able to find some talent. So let's find some talent. I want to hire a graphic designer, a freelance graphic designer. So I might just need to go ahead and type that in. Let's just say graphic designer. And I'm going to type that in and I'm going to figure out what are people charging? 35 an hour, 40. This is a great way to do research. 60, 75. And you start to get into these beyond $50 an hour, and you start to go, okay, well, why? How are they able to charge so much? What can I do to charge that much myself? And you got the template right here of success, and you can study these. So, okay, she charges $75 an hour. She has a really good rating score. She's made $10,000 on the platform. Of course, there's way more than Upwork to make money. Freelancing, that's a whole nother video. But let's just click on her and see, what does Emma do in South Carolina? What does she do to make so much per hour? So she does Squarespace, so kind of some web design stuff, and branding. So those are kind of branching out of just logo design or branching out of just billboard design or doing an ad or a flyer or a poster. She's branching beyond that. So she specializes in, so she has a specialized skill. She's spent a couple years honing in a particular skill, and Squarespace and web design, super in demand. Also, Webflow is another website builder that doesn't require tons of coding knowledge but does require tons of design knowledge, which you guys probably are working on. So that's something to explore, is to maybe add Webflow or Squarespace as one of your offerings. She also does brand identities and logo design. So once again, branding work going beyond the logo, which I actually teach a class on branding, kind of going beyond just looking at designing a logo. It's way more complicated than that. Adding some branding work has helped her charge a lot of money. So let's look at some other entries here. And this is just so good for research because you have everything right here to know what it takes to be successful. It's all right here. The template is here. So she's an accomplished graphic designer, 30 years of experience. So she's able to charge $60 an hour based on experience. She's skilled in InDesign, Illustrator, Photoshop, all these kind of things. She also has experience in other software. So she's expanded her software repertoire. And she specializes in digital illustration, print and digital collateral. She does publication design, t-shirt graphics, cartoons. So just probably a really good, let's see if there's a portfolio. So she has some portfolio of work here that you can look through. You can kind of see what the quality is of people who are charging a lot. So this is interesting, $45 an hour. It's not bad. It's a great way to start. So let's check him out. So he specializes in YouTube thumbnail design. So if you're a video editor and YouTube thumbnail designer, you can spend a year hyper studying YouTube thumbnails, how to do A/B split testing on videos to find out what thumbnails are actually converting, actually bringing people to the YouTube, and you can have this hyper specialization and be able to charge a lot just by being so good at that one thing and being like the best thumbnail designer ever, and then you could charge as much as you want because you're getting results for people. It actually has a business purpose, what you're doing. Okay, so $150 an hour. That's pretty good. Only $2,000 earned. I like to kind of see them when they're $20,000 or higher. So look at this, $100 an hour, graphic designer. So graphic and editorial designer. All right, great. $20,000 earned, 100% job success. What does Oliver do from France that does so well to get $100 an hour? So 30 years of experience. Once again, experience is coming into play. Okay, so we have this person right here, $75 an hour. They've made more than $10,000. I like to kind of see maybe some higher numbers in the earned because it's proof that they're successful, right? You could have people that charge $150 an hour and they're overpriced, so they're not making any money. So you don't have a large earned income. So that's not someone you should really focus on the people who have earned money, have the high hourly rate, and have success. So take a look at this guy, Leonardo, $70,000 earned. That's a lot of social proof, right? $50 an hour, that's very respectable as a freelance designer. Let's see what he's done. He's an art director. So once again, he's probably moved up that job chain ladder at some point in his life as a salaried person. But he's an art director, so he does a little bit more than just graphic design work. He kind of manages creatives or manages larger projects. And 20 years of experience. So you'll notice a theme here. There's a lot. You got to put some time into this to really start making money. Not to discourage anybody, but that's almost any industry you get into. So brand identity. Once again, brand identity, branding, that seems to be a theme. Web design also seems to be a theme with these higher income earners.